Right, let's go. Let's start the TikTok. Right, we're live on both platforms. You know, this is how you know I'm in my own world. Yeah, a man's focused. I'm in my own world. Of lately, I keep hearing fireworks. Now, why the fuck are people shooting fireworks? There's me forgetting that fucking bonfire night is coming real soon. In like what, 2 weeks' time? It's like this is what happens when you're focused. You just lose track of time, lose track of what's going on. You don't give a fuck about Christmas. My manager emailed all of us today, like, just to let you know, last day of work is on the 19th of December, which is Friday. Let us know in advance that, you know, if you need to take time off, you need to like, finish work early and that. I emailed him back saying, I will be available every day. I'm taking no damn days off. No days off. So, all right, so K-Boss, you're going off of that video that I released about Top Cup. Yeah, so basically, so those of you who don't know, yeah, let's say you're coming from Edmonton and you first reach Tottenham, yeah? You got Barclays Bank on the left, and then you got a few shops on the left, yeah? So when you go about 5, 6 shops down, there's a barber shop called Top Cut. That shop, they've been there from day one, yeah? I know it's been there at least 20 years or something like that. I used to go there. Now, the guy don't work there no more, so I can take the piss in it. Yeah? So when I used to go there, this was like 18 years ago, sort of thing. Yeah, when I was 15, 16, yeah. When you go into the shop in the right-hand corner, as you walk up some steps, there used to be one guy there. I think he was Nigerian. He was a bit like on the taller side, of a lighter skin complexion, so like my complexion. I ain't dark, yeah. So yeah, he used to cut hair out there, and I used to go to him. Yo, this guy used to start the hairline back here. You know when a man takes the hairline back an inch, blood. Yo, I'm thinking, yo, like what? You can't just like level it out or not. Nah, my man started back here, you know, man used to take the hairline back an inch. Crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I've had some fucked up haircuts in my time, boy. Nothing crazy, like nothing like that infamous. You know that meme video? It had to be in South London. Some you wearing like a red blazer, some secondary school, you got one fucked up haircut, and the youths are grabbing his face and turning his head and taking a picture of him. Press one in the chat if you know what picture I'm talking about. One old school meme, like yo, this picture's like 15 years old. So right. Right, let me see. Let me see. If you could go back, would you jump on site again or go straight to council electrical testing and that? So if I could go back in time, let's say I was still going to be an electrician, yeah? If I could go back in time, what I would have done was I would have completed my apprenticeship at Holmes Haringey and then maybe hung around and messed about for 6 months. Waited until I got my inspection and testing, which took me 1 year after I qualified as an electrical tester. So I would have hung around for a year. And as soon as I got my inspection and testing, I would have been out of there. Do you know why? Because when I used to work for Holmes Haringey, take home or even daily pay. So yeah, let's talk about the daily pay because the take home was 1,800. Yeah, the daily pay. I think one time I calculated it like, yo, man was on £120 a day, daily pay, as opposed to going on to work on construction sites. I was on 250 a day, 120, 250. I'm picking 250. Big up Jimmy Bradshaw. Yeah, I put the monetization on. Respect. But every time, if you can remember, remind me. Yeah, respect, brother. So if I could go back in time, yeah, I would have done my apprenticeship at Haringey Council. Once I qualified, graduated, yeah, and I was on the full-time salary, 28, 29 grand a year, I would have waited until I completed my inspection and testing. Bam, as soon as I got my inspection and testing, boom, on construction site. Because the thing with me is as well, yeah, I didn't need to gain experience as an inspector and tester. Because at Haringey Council, they taught us how to inspect and test. Like, I remember, yeah, when I used to go, so I used to obviously work Monday to Friday, 8 to 4. Well, really and truly, I didn't work 8 to 4, but someone will remind me in about 10 minutes and I'll explain why I never used to work 8 till 4, yeah? So anyway, on a Wednesday, I had the inspection and testing course. So that was at my college in Hertfordshire, but close to Enfield, a place called Broxbourne. It comes within, like, it's within the Hertfordshire county, yeah? So boom. So I used to fly out there and go to class and that. And it was a good class because we was getting educated, we was learning, but we was busting jokes. Me and them man there, because obviously it's just electricians and that. We had some characters in that class. That class there was entertaining. I enjoyed going down there. So I studied from 6 till 9 o'clock. And yeah, I'll chat to the guys. Now, the guys that were in there, they were all from different backgrounds in terms of electrical. Me, I was just straight from domestic installation. No commercial, no industrial. Some of my classmates and that, just commercial, just industrial. Some of them just commercial, yeah? Some of them just council sort of work like me. So a man from all different sort of backgrounds and that. Man that just done construction work, yeah? Because construction work and commercial and industrial, they're 3 different things. They're similar, but they're different, yeah? So anyway, yeah, some of my classmates and that said that, yeah, like, you know, I've never done any testing in my life. I don't know how to test. I'm like, what? How do you not know how to test? There's me thinking that everyone's had the same training and experience as me, pretty much. No, there was man in my class, they never knew how to test and that. So I didn't even need to go on the inspection and testing course to know how to test. I only went on the inspection and testing course to get my ticket, to get my certification and that. So obviously, even if you know how to test, if you ain't got that piece of paper, this is the sort of country we live in, which is a good thing. You ain't getting on construction sites and working as an inspector and tester. They don't give a shit about your experience. They want to know that you got that piece of paper. Yeah, for safety reasons. Eh? So yeah, I would have trained as an apprentice, qualified. Then after I got my inspection and testing, which took me a year because I failed one of the exams, the first time I ever failed in my life. I'd never failed the exam ever until then. Took me a year to get the whole qualification. Boom, I would have left. Instead of earning £120 a day, I would have been earning £250 a day. And then that's potentially coming across and being on certain construction sites where I could be earning, you know, like the first time, yeah, I got my taste of real money on a construction site. I always talk about the infamous Holborn job, but yo, the Tottenham job, I was taking on 1,800 a week. Yo, but that was obviously you know, 8 till 10 o'clock, man was working, doing 14-hour shifts. Not really, but yeah, I was there for 14 hours, but I wasn't really working for 14 hours. But yeah, so yeah, I'll talk about the infamous Holborn job and that. But yo, the Tottenham job, I was making money on that construction site. Yeah, I was making money. So that's what I would have done. I would have got qualified and then bust out straight away, go into construction sites, earn some proper money. This is the thing, yeah. The problem with working for, especially companies like Haringey Council or the local council, it's a job for life. So everyone's in their little bubble. My work colleagues or the older guys, because when I was an apprentice, I used to go around with different guys. They weren't even my mentor. Basically, no one wanted to work with me. So they used to put me with some old electricians. Yeah, because no one wanted to work with me. So when I used to hang around with the old guys when I was an apprentice and that, they used to say, yeah, in the real world, in the outside world, you do this and you do that. Because there's two worlds in the electrical world. There's the council world where you fuck about, and then there's the real world where you have to do some fucking work. Yeah. So guess which world I was in? The council world where you fuck about. So yeah, I would have, when you're stuck in the little bubble of a council and it's a job for life and that, you are blinded as to what's really out there. I remember, yeah, the top boss, well, the boss of the repairs team, his name was Paul. These times it's 2011, yeah, and I remember I was with the old guys. We were sitting in some old people's home on this road called Ant Hill Road in Tottenham near Broad Lane, if you know. And that place actually got raided, you know, by the police. I'll tell you about that in a sec. So anyway, we're in some old people's home, and they're like, "Oh, can you imagine like Paul Young? Yeah, Paul, he gets 60 grand a year, you know." So obviously these times, them man, they're on 34 grand a year. I'm on, I don't even know. If you're on £800 a month, what is that? That's like fucking 9,600 a year. So I'm on just shy of 10 grand a year. So I'm like, wow, 60 grand a year. That's big money. Yo, man, go and work on a construction site, man. Just on your 250 a day, you will earn nearly that. Nearly that. Now imagine if someone said to me, yo, in a few years from now, you'll be on a construction site earning 10 grand a month. I would have taken out a blammer and blamed you, yeah, for lying to me, yeah, for insulting my intelligence. I would have never have known that you could be earning 10 grand a month. Now, obviously, that ain't every construction site, but it's possible. There's someone right now earning 10 grand a month. There's some electrician, some HVAC guy, yeah, some mechanical guy. When I say mechanical, I mean like plumbing and shit like that. For some reason, they class plumbing and that sort of stuff as mechanical. Big up those to David. I'm just scrolling, and all I'm seeing is 99 plus messages. These can't all be messages. They have to be, oh, this person's joined. They can't be messages. That's impossible. Right, I've got 73 people in already. Jesus Christ. I'm fired today, man. So, right. So would you still go back to site instead of council? I wouldn't trade going on site for this job. No way. There's too much flexibility. I live in the area that I work in. Nah, no way. I've got too much flexibility. What do you think of care work? If I had a daughter, I would not want her to be a care worker. But my mum is a care worker. So, but would I want my daughter to be a care worker? Hell fucking no. How much did you put down on your first property? 13,600. There's always some guy from Pakistan wanting to join. They don't have the growth mindset. Yeah, they don't. Why not council electrical testing self-employed? Obviously, that's what I do now. But yeah. To be fair, obviously, I didn't have this knowledge. Like, oh, you can try and apply to be a self-employed person and stuff. I didn't know about that back then. Someone said, you're a boss. Not really, because I don't have any employees. You know, there's a lot of people that love to claim to be a boss and they have no employees. How are you a boss if you have no employees? So I'm a man. So you know what is the opposite of a man? You know what a man comes from. Yeah. A lot of those people, they love to claim to be a boss. How the hell are you a boss if you haven't, motherfucker ain't even got a company registered on Companies House, but you're a boss. And so what if you've got a company registered on Companies House? Any jackass idiot 3.0 can register a company for £13 on Companies House. Maybe it's £18. Sorry if I got it wrong. If you want an extra £5, I'll give it to you. But yeah, you got so many jackasses like, oh yeah, I'm a boss. I'm a businessman. Oh, I'm a businesswoman. I'm an entrepreneur and that. I've seen it. There was one mixed race girl that was on King Rich's podcast when he used to do the podcast with all the guests and that. Yeah, he used to have like all 8 people in the studio and that. There was one chick talking about, yeah, but I've got 5 businesses and that. What do you mean you got 5 businesses? Yo, when I hear someone got 5 businesses, you're just doing a whole heap of nothing. If you have 5 businesses, really and truly, would you really have time to be sitting on King Rich's podcast? All the time. It's not one time, not no one special guest, all the fucking time. No way. This chick made me laugh so much. She got 5 businesses. This is what she calls 5 businesses. A little bit of hair, a little bit of nails, a little bit of fucking lashes, a little bit of eyebrows, and a little bit of cleaning. That's her 5 businesses. She's probably got 6 clients, yeah, across the 5 businesses. That's her business. Get out of here. But business like you're some boss. Stupidness. You got these people make me laugh. They've got 5 businesses, but I make more than them in a month from my one job. Yeah, my one job, yeah, will bring me more money than their 5 businesses, but they got 5 businesses. Can I get a mortgage with 10,000? Potentially. So someone said, bro, Baltic girls are the most attractive. Oh, okay, so he's referring to that video where I was saying like, so I released a video saying like, in Europe, what region has the nicest women? Is it Central and Eastern Europe, i.e. Poland, Slovakia, Russia, Ukraine, Moldova, Romania, Hungary, those sort of countries there? Or the Baltic region, Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, the Nordic countries, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Denmark, or Mediterranean, Turkish, Greek, Cyprus, what's the other one? Italy, and then what was it? The Balkans, obviously Albania, Kosovo, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Macedonia, and that. Bulgaria. I need to do a follow-up video to that actually. I don't know. I'm not sure what region has the nicest women, but definitely one of the countries with the nicest women has to be Albania. I'm not saying yeah, that if you go to Albania, you're going to walk around and just see a bunch of 10s. Yeah. What I'm saying is, over here in the UK, Albanian chicks, they're on point. They are on point. They are on point. Right. So Jimmy Bradshaw, Jimmy, you're trying to get me in trouble, asking me have I ever held a blammer? Nah, I've seen one twice. Someone wanted to get me allegedly borrow man a thing, you get me, but nah. Right. So Dawson Davis said, big up Jay Wise. What do you think about buying 2 investment properties and using profits from the interest-only property to pay the other on a capital repayment alongside tenants' rent? Yeah, why not? Yeah. So if you're still in the chat, then yeah. Because listen, you're not in the property game for the short-term profit. You're in the property game for the long term. So yeah, if you want to do that, it's up to you. But at the same time, then you're never going to really see any profit then. You're not going to see no profit where you can use that to go and buy another property. So maybe you don't want to pay off the capital on that. But whatever way you do it, still good, man. How much should you have by 30? 50 grand. Can get money in all the industries. I know finance guys on 350K per year. Imagine being on 350 grand a year. You see, yo, Darren, you see this finance guy? Is it like is the person in like, are they a stockbroker or banker or something like that? Because to be on 350K a year in finance, you must be a banker or stockbroker or something. Investment banker, 10,000%. Well, this is someone else saying it. Cybersecurity people on 900 per day. Yeah, that's good money, man. So KM said, do you need to know construction to get into property? Nope. Big up Exponential Lewis. He said £50 now. It's probably referring to the company's house thing. Is that how much it is? Well, I take it back. I won't be giving no 50 fucking pound. Yeah. You got properties in Croydon? No. Nah. The last time I went down to Croydon, press 1 if Croydon has an IKEA. I'm sure Croydon has an IKEA. Someone put down in the chat if Croydon has an IKEA. Someone said, Jay Wise, you're not rating African woman. Was it because I was talking about the bush meat and some of the foods in that? Or Bulgarian women good partners? I mean, the Eastern European women, they're good women, man. Like, a lot of people sleep on them, you know, like, I'm telling you. Jay Wise, were there any E-man around back when you was Edman? Yeah, but basically, the thing is, right, someone remind me to talk about NAE later on in the stream, yeah? Take 20 minutes, I'll talk about NAE. I want to get through these comments and that. Oh, we got Pokey in the chat. Well, at least he joined. I like that 007 tune, you know. Yeah. So someone said there's a new batch in Edmonton called WCA, yeah, Wick City. Yeah, I heard about them. Oh shoot. So Darren said all areas of banking, including investment banking. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I know. Obviously, I used to speak to him, but I don't speak to him no more. I know exactly who you're talking about. Yeah. Has he bought any damn property yet? Because the last time I spoke to him, I told him to buy a property. This was obviously years ago, and I bet he still ain't got no property. The guy's probably sitting on 500 fucking £1,000 with no property. Certain man, they just don't want to invest their money. If I was on wild money, like finish here, like what? If you're on 350 a year, like including, like maybe including or excluding bonuses and that, like, yo, it's easy to say that someone's on 20 grand a month. Yo, I would be buying properties every couple months. There's certain man, they just want to sit on cash. Oh, you're mad, blood. What jobs did you do today? I only done 2, to be fair. I got my house, I got my bathroom and that downstairs, my toilet downstairs plastered though. Why only 2? Because sometimes these tenants don't answer on their fucking door. So if they don't answer, I can't get in and do the job. That's right. I'm a busy man anyway. So it's not like I sit around doing nothing. Since you're from Edmonton, or considering you're from Edmonton, you should react to that A1 interview. Do you know what I want to watch? A1 from the 9 year was doing an interview. I don't know if it's the one that you're talking about, but he done an interview where basically he said that he got deported and that, and he was basically jamming in the fucking in the airport. Yeah, like homeless. Yeah. So I need to try and find the original interview. I can watch it for myself. Cause that I like them stories, like man going through the struggles and then finding his way out. And I love hearing them stories. I love the come up stories. Doesn't matter who he's from. Like even like the I Show Speed You. He had the worst mom on planet Earth. Obviously, there's moms that are way worse. What I'm saying is like, yo, his mom didn't even support his team. Imagine that when he's doing the live stream. Imagine me like doing the live streams now. Then you hear my mom in the background, loud, shut the hell up. And then she's coming in his room, and you can just see her belly and her flipping flab rolls and that, telling him, listen, you better shut up, man. I'm trying to go to sleep. Don't make me embarrass you in front of all your people. Well, you're embarrassing him already. His mom kicked him out of the house. Yeah. And then years later, obviously, now he's big. Now his mom's interested. There was one clip where he was sitting in the car. So he's in the back seat. The cameraman's in the front, got the camera turned back around, filming him. Yeah. His mom's come up to the window. The window's already down. He's like, when you got 5 minutes, we need to talk. Which is code for, I need some fucking money. But you weren't saying that when your son was on the come up. You weren't saying that when your son had no results. You weren't saying that when your son was chatting a whole load of shit. Do you know Trini? Yeah, I don't know Trini personally, but Trini was my brethren's older back in the day. So Trini is like 3 or 4 years older than me. But yeah, I remember Trini still. But yeah, he was my friend's older back in the day. But yeah, Trini is original Edmonton. Original from way back in the day. Like, Any old school Edmonton people, they will know Trinity. I mean. All right, so boom. So I caught up with the chat now, yeah. So I'll talk about NAE, yeah. So now there's some new youths around. Well, they're new to me. They're called Wick City, NAE, and I think they got blue bandana, something like that. Cool, whatever. Cool. So someone was asking me about like NAE back in the day when I was about. So when I was like 16 years old, when I was in year 11, there was no N9 youngers, yeah. There was one youth who was like an N9 younger. I ain't gonna say his name. You lot can put his name in the chat. He probably is the most original N9 younger out of everyone in my generation. Yeah. You can put his name in the chat if you want. Yeah. But I ain't gonna say his name. You lot, anyone from my generation knows who this person is. He is like the original N9 younger. Yeah. So he was about, but there was no one else his age. Yeah, there was a next shoot that he had not him, even before him. It's one of his people, but it's before him. Yeah, one of the original N9 youngers. So this person right now, yeah, will be 33, potentially hitting 34 soon. Yeah, there was no one else his age. He was like the only younger that hung around with the oldest because his cousins were olders in the ends, yeah, and his cousins were certified. One of his cousins got birded away, yeah. I'm not gonna say what for, but RIP to the other person because I was cool with him, like he knew my cousin and that, yeah. So, but anyway, so yeah, someone put it in the chat, so you know what I'm talking about, yeah. So boom. So my man, who was like the original N9 younger, he was the only one that was about. Then maybe a couple years later, yeah, like some of them the camp olders, like maybe they had like one or two youngers and that, but their youngers, they weren't going to war with Tottenham or any other areas. They just happened to be them olders, there's youngers, but they weren't riding out on no other side. If you get what I'm trying to say, yeah. So these times, obviously, man's 16, yeah. We're talking, yeah, 2009, because that's when I finished school when I was 16 in 2009. So in 2009, yeah, Edmonton Green bus station, that was the jam, that was the spot. The little kids, they still jammed in. I went through there the other day. This is a bag of black hues, yeah. So anyway, boom. So all the school kids used to jam there. I'm from Winchmore School. All the other schools, Howard, Salisbury, all the schools, Enfield County, Enfield, St. Anne's, Enfield Grammar, all the schools used to jam there and that. But what used to happen was like you would have Tottenham youths come down and be jamming at the bus station. Yeah. Tottenham youths felt comfortable to jam at the bus station. Why? Because there's no one really to test them. The oldest, the people who are older than me by 3-4 years, they didn't care about these Tottenham youths because they weren't MPK. If they were MPK, it would have been a problem. But they weren't. They were just like maybe from like Phillip Lane or from some other places and that. But they weren't like MPK. So they didn't give a shit about them. So they used to come to Edmonton Green and think that they was bad. Yeah. And at the time as well, when I was 16, like there was some little, so this is when Grey Gang in NAE came up and that. So you had Tottenham youths and you had NAE youths, Grey Gang youths jamming at Edmonton Green, yeah, thinking that they're bad. Cool. That all stopped, yeah. So the NAE youths and the Tottenham youths, they were comfortable jamming at Edmonton Green bus station until DA turned up. When DA youngers turned up, because there was DA olders about, but they didn't give a fuck about some random Tottenham youths. They didn't give a fuck about really about not NAE really. But when the DA youngers came about, it's like they went extinct. You know the meteorites that took out the dinosaurs? That's what it was like. You never saw the NAE mutes and the Tottenham mutes at Edmonton bus station once DA youngers turned up. They put Edmonton on the map for real. YDA put Edmonton on the map. And the maddest thing is, yeah, like the thing about YDA as well, yeah, is like people say, yeah, them man at N9, them man at N9. Let me tell you something, yeah. Most of them man there were not from N9. Some of them man there were from Tottenham. We had guys from Chingford. We had man from bro. Listen, a lot of the YDA man were actually from Enfield. Like they lived there, but they used to come down. Yeah, so that they rep Edmonton, green bandana and that. But what I'm saying is, if you actually know these man personally, when these men were busting out, like everyone's getting home at midnight and that, them lot will be getting on the 279 or the 349 and going that way, going north. Because most of the pack, most of our guys were actually from Enfield, you know. I can think of about 6 men off the top of my head right now who I know they live in Enfield, but they were down on our side than that. We even had a guy from fucking Fellows Court repping it, DA Edmonton. Yeah. So yeah, it was about some of the men were even from, obviously, like I said, Tottenham. I can think of about 3 men that were from Tottenham. Yeah, that were repping. Yeah, there was only a couple man that was in YDA that actually were from Edmonton. Like that's their postcode. Yeah, and it's been their postcode for the last 5, 6, 10 years or something like that. So yeah. Yeah, the NE news, the Grey Gang and that, yeah, they were hanging around at Edmonton Green and that until YDA turned up and it stopped. It stopped. Completely stopped. Them lot took back the ends, no lie. I said, Fellows Court, throwback. Yeah. Yeah. Someone said, were you boys from A1 from the 9? Big man. So someone write down how old A1 from the 9 is. Because listen, I am 33 years old. I know I look like I'm 25, but I'm 33 years old. He's like 22. No. When I'm saying that I'm probably 10 years older than him, yeah? When I was 16, he would have been 6. Do you know what I mean? When I was 19, he would have been 9. I'm just way too old. Oh, he's 26. Oh, okay. I thought he was younger than that. No, I don't. Different, like it's just like the thing is, yeah, you can be a similar age to someone, yeah, plus or minus a few years and that. But if you jump off road and then they jump on road, you're not gonna ever like press 1 in the chat if you know someone called MB. Yeah, press 1 in the chat if you know MB or if you've heard of MB. Like I know MB. Yeah, he's 1 year younger than me. We were both, yeah. What I'm saying is, I jumped off road a long time before he jumped on road. See what I mean? But we're 1 year different. Yeah. No, not NB. M for mother, B for bag of sugar. Yeah, brown. What is the B? What is the B in the phonetic alphabet? Alpha. Wait, alpha. Bravo. Yeah. M for mother, B for Bravo. Yeah. So MB is 1 year younger than me. We're from the same area, but when he jumped on road, I'd already left the roads a long time ago. So we were never on the road at the same time. So that's why the certain man, I would never know them like that. Obviously, I know MB, obviously. Okay. But yeah, I would never have bumped into A1 from the 9 or anything like that because he was on road way after I jumped on the road and that. But obviously, there's certain man that was about, yeah, like during my time that stayed on road a long time. Like let's say like Tiny from 3x3, yeah. I remember him way before. Like I don't even know about these 3x3. Like bro, I know him as like that was Techniques younger. You get me? Yeah. So because he was on road for so long, that's how that's why I know Tiny from 3x3. I don't even know him as Tiny. I knew him as Tiny Tech because he was Techniques younger. But that's because when I was on road, he was on road. Like he's like maybe 4 years younger than me or something like that. I don't know. I know his older sister. His older sister was best friends with my girl cousin. Nice. Yeah, big up Natty. Right. So MJ said, Jay Wise, elaborate on the vid that you made about not going to a function if you only know the one person. Yeah. So basically, I've said this a few times, yeah. If you get invited to a function, barbecue, I don't know, somebody's birthday, yeah, or christening, wedding, what they call it, baby shower, and that. If you get invited to any function by somebody and it's the host who is inviting you to the function, bring somebody, because this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna get invited to the host function, and obviously bring someone. When you're going there, you don't know anybody. Like if I get invited to a family member's birthday party, whatever, and I'm turning up there on my own, I don't need to go with anyone. I know I'm gonna half the fucking function who is related to me, so it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is, yeah, if you get invited to a function and the host of the function invites you because it's their thing, bring somebody, because what's going to happen is you're going to go to the function, they're going to say hello to you, then they're going to disappear, then they're going to circle back after an hour and a half. Oh, everything all right? Yeah, everything blessed? Yeah, you cool? Yeah, you're going to be sitting down whilst they're standing up, chatting, talking over you for the 5 minutes, and they're going to disappear and leave your ass. You're going to be sitting there on your mobile fucking phone, playing Candy Crush or watching a JY's TV video or something. You're going to be sitting next to some person that you wouldn't normally talk to on a normal day, having some bullshit ass conversation. So where was the last place you went on holiday? Well, I went to Spain, and just before that, I actually went to Italy. And oh, Italy. Oh, do you know what? Yeah, that's one of the countries on my list, you know. Like, oh, I heard Venice and like Milan, like, they're the places to be and that. Is it true that like the Italian people, you know, even if they're just going out to like the local cafe for a little brunch and that, like they dress to the nines and that, you'll be having some bullshit conversation. Yeah. I've got too much things going on in my life to be going to someone's function having some bullshit ass conversation. That's the thing, yeah. If you're at a function having some bullshit ass conversations, you need to look at yourself and think to yourself, why am I here? Am I that sort of person where I lack so much purpose in that I've got time to be wasting my time at some function having some bullshit ass conversations in that? That guy, Dr. Orion Teraban, said it. Like, he is a fucking G for some of the things that he said. He said some people get into relationships that are no good. Do you know why? Because some people cannot stand to be alone. They don't like their own company. The voice in their head is too goddamn loud. And that is the realest truth. Some people, they cannot stand to be alone. They just don't like it. Partly it could be because the voice, and they ain't schizophrenic. Yeah, he's not saying it like literally, he's saying it metaphorically. Like the voice in the head, like they don't, certain people don't like to be in their thoughts. Probably because nothing happens. Yeah. But yeah, man. Yeah, that's that guy there, Dr. Teraban, whatever his name is, Orion. He's a fucking G, bro. He's a G, man. Well, you boys with Turner, yeah, man. I was cool with Turner. I feel like these people are testing me, you know. Like, fam, you can ask these people. If Mad Chris was in the chat, so like, he's one old school youth from back in the day, like, you get me? He's from my generation and that, a couple years younger than me, Mad Chris. He will tell you, like, yeah, Jay was about on roll. Yeah. All right, let's see. Let's see how much followers I got now. 9,900 followers. We got 100 to go. We got 100 to go. Let's go. What was that song I was playing the other day? It's the final countdown. Yeah. So Darren asks, what happened that time you went through the speed camera and you slowed down? Did you get a final point. Nah, I didn't get nothing. Thankfully. Jesus Christ. Me and my paranoid self, boy. Nah, I got lucky. I got lucky, man. I don't know. Fast reflexes, or maybe the camera wasn't working. Something like that. Right, let me turn on my hotspot. Actually, let me connect to my internet. That's next door. See, the greatest thing about having multiple properties is you can steal the internet from next door. Because in this house I have no internet, but the internet's next door, but I can connect it. Right, what's the password? The internet passwords are so mad. Like, yo, nobody would ever be able to hack into this internet, boy. TDV, free, uppercase V, uppercase H, lowercase J. Jesus Christ, man. ZT. ZT. Z. Good God. Right. Connected to the other internet. Let's go. Right, the comment section. What the comment section saying? Man said, connect to the Wi-Fi next door. What a flex. Nah, you know what I was thinking, yeah, like basically, like when I was getting the mortgage done for this property. So this is property number 6, which is next door to property number 1, yeah. So so basically you go to a mortgage broker, and then they go to a mortgage lender. Let's say Halifax, let's say Santander, let's say Barclays, yeah. So when they put the application through, it goes to an underwriter, someone that looks at it and says yes or no, or can you provide more information for this question, please? So anyway, the underwriter said, he better not fucking try and buy the property next door and then merge the 2 properties to create a bigger house. Yeah, obviously, the person didn't swear in it, but yeah, I was thinking about like, yo, man could have one big, massive house, man, 6-bedroom, 6-bedroom house. Imagine just knock it. So the whole ground floor, just knock it through. Yeah. Have some nice big kitchen at one end, and then just have some big, massive open plan living room, kind of like loungy sort of space. Yo, might have to piss off the underwriter in the next year or so. But the only thing is, yeah, that means that, there'll be a 6-bedroom house on the shitty estate. But then again, there's 4 and 5-bedroom houses on this estate. They're just the tall houses. Nah, to be fair, yeah, having 2 properties next to each other, like, could be some mad potential. Especially, yeah, like, yo, imagine, yeah, I've got the 2 houses next to each other. If I knock the walls through and create one big house, and then imagine, yeah, I do a rear extension, which is a rear 2-story extension. So not only do I extend and create a ground floor, but I also create a first floor for both properties. Oh, That's a fucking mansion right there, pretty much, blood. And the thing is, it wouldn't even cost much to do a 2-story extension twice. It won't cost that much. It will cost a bit, but not that much. That would be like the definition of a full refurb, yeah? You never know. Don't tempt me. Were you boys with Steeler? Nah, I never even met Steeler, you know. I never bumped into him on road. That was my cousin from Wood Green's brethren, but I've never seen him on road before. I used to watch you a year ago. What's changed since? Probably bought 2 properties in that time. At least bought 1 property in that time. You see, with me, if you don't talk to me for a year, year and a half, I will have something to tell you that I've achieved. Whereas some people, I cannot talk to them for 5 years and they are still in the same position. Someone I know from the past, I ain't spoke to this individual for about 6 years. I know I am willing to put my life on it. They are in the same position that I left them in. The only difference is now they got a baby. In their head, they probably feel like they've moved forward. They probably feel like they've achieved something because they've got a baby. No, you just have an addition to your life. An addition does not mean an achievement. They are 2 different things. Crazy. I've been back to tenants' houses. I keep talking about that old Ghanaian man. Forget about him. I went to one chick's yard because a lot of, see, this is what I'm saying, yeah? A lot of people, I'll make these videos and say certain things in my videos and like, oh, well, he's just an old man. Just allow him and you don't know what's going on with him because I'm saying that, like, yo, I met this guy 4 years ago. I had 1, maybe 2 properties. Now, 4 years later, I've got 6 properties. What the fuck you been doing? What you been doing over the last 4 years? I'm not saying you should have bought 4 properties. What I'm saying is, I should not bump into you again. Why the fuck are you in the same position that I left you in 4 years ago? So anyway, I keep going back to the same tenants' houses now, yeah? Because these electrical tests are supposed to be done once every 5 years. We're coming at the 4-year mark, yeah? Boom. I went to a chick's yard the other day. So once I'm in the yard, I'm like, oh, I remember you. And she was like, yeah, I remember you came last time, yeah? So anyway, I'm thinking like, yo, you're still in the same yard. You're still in the same flat. I don't know how old she is, probably a few years older than me. So she's 30-something, 36, 37. What you been doing? So what's her excuse? That's what I'm saying, yeah? When people make excuses for other people, I just know you're an excuse maker yourself. Because I don't make excuses for myself. That's why you never hear me making excuses for other people. When you hear people making excuses for other people, just know by extension they make excuses for themselves. 110%. 110%. Because if you've done the work to improve your life dramatically, you know, especially if you come from a poor background like me, you know it's easy, you know it's possible. So therefore, you would just have this mentality like, yo, I know everybody and anyone could do it. There's that 1% of people them that can't do it because there's something wrong with them. We're not talking about them before the fucking all police try and get involved, yeah? So you will not make excuses for other people because you don't make excuses for yourself, yeah? I don't make excuses for other people, so by extension, I don't make excuses for myself, yeah? Someone said, Jay Wise, I saw you in Chicken Express in Lordship Lane. Yeah. What do you look like? I will tell you if it's you because I bumped into someone in Chicken Express. Obviously, I walked into the shop with my helmet on, ordered my food, and then I took the helmet off, and the guy looked at me and he's like, "Oh, you make videos, innit?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." He's like, "Yeah, I've seen you about still." So I think the person's name is E. What's your kind of like ethnicity? Because I know who I'm thinking of. Let's see what he says if he responds. Because I remember the guy's face slightly anyway. Because any old jackass can say, oh, I saw you in Chicken Express. I'm always in Chicken Express in Wood Green. So you could just be making that up. Oh, Jay West, I saw you running in Edmonton the other day. Yeah, because I told you I go running in Edmonton. Yeah. I know you just want to, I know you want to connect with me. I know you want to try and to pretend that you saw me, but you didn't see me. So let's see. Let's see if this person responds on that. Because they could just be just fishing. Eastern women, Eastern European women, good partners. Yeah, man. Yeah. Better than the Western girls. Better than the British and American girls, regardless of color of skin. Told you there's a man, big up Smoky Muscle. Told you there's a man in Romania with a bald head that likes to talk about the Matrix. Yeah, him and his brethren. Maybe they was in Romania, but I feel like they was in another Eastern European country. They had a penthouse or some sort of apartment or a house that they were renting out. Or they picked up some chicks and gone back to the penthouse or whatever in that. And this is how you know Eastern European women, they're better than British women and American women, regardless of color. I'm talking about black women and white women now, yeah? Eastern European women are just raised different, raised better. These guys picked up these chicks, they took them back to the apartment or whatever penthouse they were renting out and that. Probably 2, 3 in the morning, everyone went bed. These guys got up early in the morning, like 9. I think they went to go training or something like that. They went for about 1.5 to 2 hours. They came back. Obviously, when they brought the girls back, they had a wild night, drinks and all this crap and that, messed the place up, naturally, yeah? No one tidies up before they go to bed. Went training, came back after 2 hours, came back, the place was spotless. The girls tidied up. That would never happen. You could replay that situation. Yeah. You as a man watching this right now, you could pick up 5 American chicks or 5 British chicks, regardless of color of skin. Yeah. You could pick up 5 separate girls on 100 different occasions, 100 times different girls, and you'll never have that outcome because British girls and American girls are not raised that way. RIP Kevin Samuels the GOAT. It was a live stream that he done. Black women, are you raising your daughters to be wives? What do you think the answer is to that? What do you think the answer is to that? It fucking ain't yes. It certainly ain't yes. Yeah. See, look, we got Eastern European women in the chat. Yeah. She knows. She knows. When I made that, I mean, the reason why this I'm assuming this woman's Eastern European, Rasa, yeah, or Rasa, yeah. Because obviously she probably saw me like from that video I was talking about like Lithuanian women or whatever. Someone come underneath the chat. Someone come underneath the comment section of the video saying, yeah, us Eastern European women, we like to look after our families and our husbands or boyfriends, whatever they say. Yeah, they do. Okay, just I ain't no fucking passport, bro. I ain't gonna go over to fucking Ukraine or Moldova or Estonia with £50 in my pocket and try and think I'm the man and go and clean up and I don't get twisted. But yeah, the Eastern European women, man, they're good. Trust me, you lot be sleeping on the Eastern European women like, oh yeah, whatever. And that. Nah, mate, you lot are missing out. I'm telling you. How you know so much about them? Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. But obviously, like me, I'm an observant person. I see a lot, I do a lot. Yeah. I go to, so obviously I work up in this Northampton area. There are quite a few Eastern European people up here. And I go to some of their houses, and their houses are nice and clean. I'm not going to say every single one of them is clean. There are going to be some people that aren't that clean. But I'm telling you right now, if I had 10 tenants' houses that I was going to, and 10 of them were Eastern European, compared to 10 British, the Eastern European houses will be in a better condition than the British houses. This is my observation. An unbiased, impartial observation. I call it how I see it. I ain't on nobody's side. Yeah. So yeah, this is just my observation. Someone said Bulgarian women are beautiful. Okay, yeah, I mean, like I don't know any Bulgarian women, nothing like that. So, but I mean, you're gonna find tens everywhere. There's tens everywhere. Even I'm sure there's some tens on the Sentinel Island. I'm sure there's some tens in Samoa. Yeah, you know, you don't know about them Samoan chicks, boy. Jesus Christ, boy. I listen. If someone said, "Yo, I'm gonna set you up on a blind date with a Samoan chick," get the fuck out of here, boy. Listen, I don't want to say I'm gonna get this video banned, boy. But let me tell you something about Samoan chicks. Yeah, put it this way: the Samoan chicks, yeah, the Samoan chicks that are the tens don't look like they are Samoan. Do you understand what that means? Yeah, they look like they're a completely different race. Yeah. Someone said, "What chat are you reading from?" I'm on TikTok. This person, this Jarrell Wright, 94, talking about what? How long you been watching me for? How long you been a subscriber of JYTV? You don't know that I do live streams on TikTok? Are you Muslim? No. Someone said, big up JY. I said, come on. Do you know Spanian, his girl Samoan? Yeah, she's probably Samoan. She probably don't look Samoan, no? Someone said, mess with you heavy, bro. Yeah, come on, man. Oh, look. This is funny, yeah? So this person's TikTok account is called Monster Motivation. So a man's called Monster Motivation. Motivation is a positive word. Yet still, I see this person underneath the comment section of a bunch of my videos spreading nothing but hatred. How can you call yourself a motivating person and this, that, the other, and that, but then you're just coming underneath people's comment section or live chats, just chatting a whole heap of nonsense, spreading negativity and that? Doesn't make no sense. This is why I cannot stand Gary Stevenson, because he's spreading the wrong message. Do you know what? If Gary Stevenson had 200 followers, I wouldn't give a fuck. But he has 1 million followers plus, and there are a lot of people that are listening to him, a lot of weak-minded people that want to hear that it's too hard and you can't be successful in that, and they're following his nonsense rhetoric. Bullshit, blood. Chatting about the only way you're going to be successful is if you have a rich dad. Where's my rich dad? I don't even know my fucking dad. I know his name. So tell me how I got to 6 properties and that. Obviously, I'm not rich, but what I'm saying is I'm doing fucking well. So, where's my rich dad? You don't need no damn rich dad. You need hard work. That's it. You need to kick up your ass as well. So, the Eastern European woman asked, where am I from? Take a guess. What country you think I'm from? What do I look like? If you're still in the chat, is it Rasa? Don't know. I hate, do you know what? Yeah? Do you know what annoys me about people? You ask them to make a guess and they, oh, I'm not sure. Make a guess. What's going to happen? You man are moving like you're playing Russian roulette with the one bullet in the chamber out of 6. Yo, it's all right to make a mistake, you know. Take a guess. You ain't gonna offend me. I've heard it all. I mean, no one's confused me with being Polish. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? I've never had anyone say, "Yeah, I think you look like you're from Latvia or Poland." Nah. Yeah, or Jewish, British. Obviously, I was born here. Yeah, I'm British. I'm born here, but I ain't British. I ain't English. Take a guess. Ethiopian. My Marge said, so this person, I think this person's Algerian, yeah? Not that it matters, it's only because the person's got the Algerian flag in their thing. Jay Wise, my Marge charges me 6 bills to stay at home. What should I do? You need to look at it this way, yeah? Like, if you leave home, is it gonna be worth, leaving home and paying however much elsewhere in that? But yo, you need to just say to your mom, listen, you're charging me too much. I'm trying to save up to buy my own property and see what she says. But trust me, some of these parents out here, they are ruthless. I done a mentoring. Was it a mentoring session I done with someone? I think it was a mentoring session I done with someone. If not, I was chatting to them. Yeah. They told me that once they got a high paying job, the mum stopped working. The mum stopped working. Imagine that. Your mum stopped working when you got a high paying job, like to say you won the lottery. Like, obviously, if I won the lottery, I would expect my mum to stop working. The man's mum stopped working because he got a high paying job. Fuck. What is wrong with these people, man? Yeah, but this Ross K person saying, yeah, 6 bills isn't that bad. Rent is like 1,500. I mean, if my stepdad punched my mum in the face, that ain't that bad compared to him, sending on a first class ticket to the pearly gates of heaven. But a punch in the face is still bad. Just because, yeah, there's worse, that don't mean that 6 bills is a good thing. That's too much. Your mom should just be charging you like 200, 250 pounds or something like that. 600 pounds. And this is the thing, yeah. A lot of these people, these parents will say, landlords, they charge people too much. They're evil. They just want to suck people dry. Yeah. They want to take all the people them's money and leave them on life support. But parents are doing the exact same thing, overcharging people. Parents are worse than the landlords. Do you know why? Because really and truly, the parents don't need to be charging that much. The landlords need to be charging that much. Do you know why? Because they got to make a fucking profit. Yeah. Landlords are not here to do charity work. So these working class parents, they're worse than the landlords because they're making a profit off of their kids when they don't need to make a profit off their kids. Oh, I get it. Because the parents were not in a good financial position when they had their kids were a burden on them. And they slightly resent the kids, although it was their choice to get pregnant. They slightly resent the kids. Oh, my mom's never said anything like this to me, but I'm trying to think like what a parent would say. Like, do you know how much sacrifice I had to make for you? When I could have been out partying with my friends, I was looking after you. Yo, the parents will say stuff like that. Parents will say stuff like that. So the parents are worse than the landlords. The landlords are charging X amount for rent because they need to make a profit. They're not here to accommodate you for free when you're bad mouthing them behind their back. Your mum does not need to charge you £600. She could get by. Ask yourself, what was your mum doing before you was working? That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. So hold on, before you was working, you didn't have to pay your mum any money. But as soon as you start working, now you owe your mum 6 bills. But the time in between you not working and working was a couple of months or so. So why is it all of a sudden gone from nothing to 6 bills? So your mum could get by without you contributing in that or giving 6 bills. So parents are the biggest scammers. Yeah, don't let people try to fool you about these landlords. The same parents that be talking about, that effing landlord and that kicked us out, so that's why we're in a council house. Then when you're old enough, your mum, who is in this council house, is charging you 6 bills for a room. I bet you, I promise you she's not. I bet you, I promise you, all of you man who have mums that charge them rent, yeah, well, you have to pay your mum £600. Your mum acting like she's some goody two shoes and that. I bet you the tax man, I bet you HMRC don't know about them fucking transactions. I promise you. Yeah? Oh, piss me off today on a Monday night on this live chat. Fucking scheming motherfuckers. How dare they? How dare they? Oh, Abu. Yeah, Abu Bakar, something like that. I beg you, or someone do it right now, yeah? Someone go on to my latest video on my JY's TV regular account and ask the question, what do you think about digital IDs? And I'll respond to it. Because someone asked me that the other day and I forgot to respond to it. And now I can't find the comment. I don't even know what channel, what TikTok account it's on. So it's lost. It's lost in the ethers of social media. Right. Let's see how many followers I got now. 901 or 907. Let's go. Imagine, yeah. Should I stay on live until I get to 10,000? That would be difficult still, man. No, I'm not gonna. I mean, you know, it could be doable, you know. If I stayed on until midnight, might be able to get 93 more followers in 2 hours, you know. Someone say, look, you could do it. Yeah, you lot just want me to fucking stay on all night. Fucking like a skeleton sitting in this seat. Do you get recognized in public? Yeah, all the time. All the time. Even in Northampton, I walk around. The other day, I was walking past some road youths, one black youth, one white youth. Walk past them. One of them turned around and say, yo, G. Turn around and say, yo, what's your thing, you know? Like, yeah, respect. I had one youth, this is in Northampton as well. Guy drove past me like 2-3 times. He circled back and he's like, yo, I watch your videos, you know. I was like, yeah, pull up in it. If you're watching this right now, I'll big you up in the white A-class Mercedes, yeah? I let him off. He's got his own property, yeah? He's got an A-class Mercedes, but I let him off. He's got his own property. Cool. And then one time I was like around like the Northampton town centre. Whoever the youth is, big you up. Someone helped me put the TV in the back of my car. Yeah, some youth was walking up towards me and that. I looked at him. He was just walking. He's like, oh, I watch your videos, man. I've even been spotted outside my house. Big up Striker, yeah? He's driving past me, like trying to exit my road. He's, you know, wound down his window. He's like, oh, I'm not trying to pull up on you and that, but like, yo, I watch your videos and that. Yeah, respect, brother. Yeah, man. Trust me. People know. I might not have that much followers, but people know the face. People know the name. Nah, not no CGM Striker. This is someone from Northampton. He's not on road like that. But yeah, big up, respect for the followers. See. No, I'm not gonna go to 100. Oh, we're at 910, you know. 90 more. Can we do it? JY's international suit. That man's not international, but yo, there's people in other countries that watch me. One of the first people to do a live, to do a mentoring session was from Denmark. Big him up. You know who you are. So there's man that watch me from other countries, and I can see on the analytics, like obviously 90% straight from the UK, but some people from Ireland, some people from the Netherlands, Germany, and that. Because, you know, they speak the same language as me, literally and metaphorically. Literally, as in, yeah, you know, they understand English, they speak English, although they're from Germany, and German is their first language, or Dutch is their first language, and English is their second language. And metaphorically, like, yo, they speak the same language as me, as in our brains are calibrated to the same frequency. Can I ask property questions or is it general chat? Yeah, man, ask what you want, man. Doesn't matter. See, even this person's like, I'm from Norwegian. Yeah. Got someone in there from Norway. What time is it over there? Are you in front or behind? So it's 10 o'clock now in England. How can this person say, every time I'm about to waste money, I see your face? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, you lot should, I should create little pictures. Yeah. A little card that goes into your wallet. You know, like people used to have them wallets, yeah, like where you have like a plastic see-through window thing. Yeah. Every time you open up your wallet, there should be a picture of me looking at you. Yeah. With a caption. Why are you not buying a property? Yeah. Okay, so Norway is 1 hour away. Okay, 1 hour in front. This Abu person is liking the live. Don't like the live, follow the live. Motherfucker. Someone said, do you smoke, brother? No way. No way. You think I would be in the position that I'm in right now if I was smoking things I'm not supposed to be smoking? Get out of here. No way. There's nobody that if they smoked, yeah, like whoever you can think of, right? Who are the greatest of the greatest? Yeah, you got Mike Tyson, boxing, Usain Bolt, running, Cristiano Ronaldo, football. Yeah, you got people who are the greatest of the greatest in that. I guarantee you, yeah, if they were smokers, they wouldn't be as great. And if some of them were smokers and they got to that level, if they didn't smoke, they'll be that little bit better. Don't tell me no different. Don't tell me no different. Because there's no advantages to smoking. There's no advantages to smoking. Yeah, someone said Joe Rogan. Maybe Joe Rogan smokes. I guarantee you, he'll be that little bit more better if he didn't smoke. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. But people want to say, oh, yeah, smoke is all right. It don't affect you in any way in that. So why you do it then if it don't affect you anyway? But that's just cope anyway. You're coping, man. Coping. You know you shouldn't be smoking, but you smoke because it's your escape. You play video games because it's your escape. You're escaping the real world. You want to be that amazing person in the virtual world because it's easier, because you don't have to put in as much work. And that's the thing as well. You play video games and then you get to the end, right? I need a new high to chase. I need a new buzz. And it just never ends. It never ends and you're not getting anything from it. Whereas if you keep chasing success, yeah, that never ends, but you're getting money from it. You're getting richer from it. Your life is improving from it. Your children and your grandchildren's lives are improving from it. How the hell is your children's lives improving from playing video games? Unless you're streaming it and making some money. I'm not talking about that. Tell me how anybody in your family's life has improved by you playing video games. There's certain man watching this right now, they got kids, maybe 1, 2, 3. They've completed tons of video games. Tell me how completing any of those video games have improved your children's life, please. I'm not talking about the people that stream and make money from it. I'm talking about the people that play it for leisure purposes. Man saying facts, you know this is true. You know, but the man them don't want to admit it because now that means they have no excuse. The man they don't want to admit it because they know that means they have to put down the video games and that. I ain't got time for video games. If I had time, if I played video games, I wouldn't get nothing done. Every day I run out of time. Every day. Because I'm busy doing stuff. Is it not common knowledge? No. How can it be common knowledge that video games are a waste of time when every guy plays video games? Yeah. I met one guy on a job on this contract. I'm like, yeah, this guy's cool, man. Like, you know, he's in a council flat, but like, man, he's cool. But then I just look like I'm in his living room and I see the video, I see the TV, and I see the PlayStation 4 with play. Is it PlayStation 5? I don't even fucking know. Yeah. I see the PlayStation, and I'm just like, I ain't, you know, cause you know, certain man you just meet, you just get along with it, you know what I'm saying, innit? But I'm thinking to myself, nah, I ain't gonna try and make this person my friend or try to link up. Not interested. You're in a council house, you're in a council flat, and we're the same age. So you're already, yeah, you're already out of the door by default. And then you're playing video games on top of that? Nah, that's it. You don't qualify to be my friend, man. My friend. Well, not my friend. You get me? You do not qualify. So I say, my bro, what is it to you? Listen, I am not like I said, obviously, certain man, like, yeah, we get along well and that. But listen, I'm not being friends with someone who wastes their time playing video games. I'm not. I'm not. I want to be friends with people who I can see as a peer and a somewhat equal. Someone who's a little bit above me or a little bit below, but around the same region. Yeah. Not someone who, like, it's like comparing human beings to the first great apes. You ain't evolved, motherfucker. Yeah. It's like comparing a fucking Bulbasaur to an Ivysaur. Yeah. Motherfucker ain't evolved. You are the same age as me, but you are where I was when I was 23 years old. Nah. And the thing is, let's say a man is even far behind, but a man is not even trying. That's the problem. A man's not trying. Nah. Right. Cheers. How old was you when you bought your first property? 24. 24 years old, man. What do you think of flipping cars? Any good? Yeah, make a little profit in that. Someone asked, do you have a TV in your yard? Nope. In this house here, there's no TV. I don't need a TV. I don't need a TV. I get up and I work throughout the whole day. And if I need a little outlet, I take my motorbike out for a ride. I don't need a TV. There's nothing on the TV for me. But yeah, the title of, let me see if I can see. Right, how can I save up for the deposit? It's so hard. Yeah, you need to look at your finances and work out what you can make cutbacks on. Plus, try and find ways to make more money. So what you want to do is, this is your money income right now, yeah? Yeah, you want to make cutbacks, yeah? And you also want to increase yeah, your monthly salary. That's the best way to save as much money as possible. Make cutbacks and earn more money. But ultimately earn more money. Because to become successful, to become a millionaire, you ain't gonna become no millionaire. You ain't gonna save your way to a million. We don't live for 1,000 years. You're not saving your way to a million. So therefore, you need to find ways to make more money quickly. But yeah, the title of the live stream is Getting into Property is Simple. Simple. A young you hit me up today and he was like, how do I get into property and that? Like, is it difficult? And I'm like, no. And I said to him, listen, I'm gonna make a video about this. So maybe after I get off this live, or maybe tomorrow I'll make the video on that. Getting into property is very simple. The two most important things you need to make sure that's in place, yeah? Or three things. A decent paying job, a good credit score, and obviously you need the deposit. But even then, some mortgage brokers say you don't even need a deposit. Sorry, some mortgage lenders, there's like one or two, is 0% deposit mortgages. So 100% mortgages, basically. But for the most part, forget about them, yeah? You need a good, decent paying job, you need a good credit score, and even then, if you've got a bad credit score, you can still potentially get a mortgage as well. You will just be on a high interest rate. So really and truly, you just need the job, yeah? You just need a decent paying job. You could potentially get a mortgage, yeah, with zero deposit, but then at the same time, if your credit score is really shit, you probably ain't gonna qualify for that lender and they are the only lender. But don't worry about, what to do from what not to do. Get the deposit and have a job. Get the deposit and have a job. And I'm telling you, the estate agents and the mortgage brokers, they will do all the work for you. Let me just explain you something right now, yeah? Once you get a job and you get the deposit, the estate agents and the mortgage brokers, they're like horny men. Estate agents and mortgage brokers are like horny men, and you are the woman. You just need to show up to the hotel room, and the man who is the horny estate agent or mortgage broker, hey, they'll take care of everything, baby. Yeah? They will walk you through everything. Trust me. They want your money. Yeah? They're gonna make it as easy as possible for you to buy a property. Trust me. They want your money. Because remember, all parties get commission. Mortgage brokers, estate agents, they get commission in that. So they want you to make a purchase. They ain't gonna make nothing hard for you, trust me. What about the fees, bro? Obviously, there's fees in that. You have to pay solicitors and that. But it's the thing. The mortgage broker, the estate agent, and solicitors, they take care of everything. You literally just need to have the right salary and the right deposit and the right credit score, and everything is taken care of. The conveyancing solicitor, they do everything. The mortgage broker, they do everything. The estate agent, they do everything. Them three, they will communicate between them. Big up Lauren, yeah, one of my mortgage conveyancing solicitors and that. She will communicate with my mortgage broker. My mortgage broker will communicate with my with the estate agent. The estate agent will communicate with the conveyancing solicitor, and it just goes round and round in a circle. You will see emails that you've been tagged in where all three of them are talking, going back and forth and that. They do all the work for you. You just need to have the money to pay them. It's not hard. It's not hard, man. Don't think for 1 minute, I need to go on a property course to learn how to just buy a house. Maybe if you want to do like Airbnb and that, yeah, maybe. There's so much videos on YouTube, man. Why not just learn how to do the Airbnb thing through trial and error instead of paying 10 grand for a course and shit like that? Respect J Wise. Do you still speak to anyone from your batch from back in the days? what would you say they are up to percentage-wise? E.g. gone clear, still on the rolls, washed up, or crackhead? I ain't got a fucking clue. No clue whatsoever. But more than likely, they're not on the right path. I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna come off in 45 minutes. Let's check the follow account. Oh, at 9917, 9917. So what's that? 83 to go. Big up Barney. I remember him. He I don't know if it was on this account or the other account. He made he left a comment. I responded to it. He was saying that basically, you know, he's got his own business, he's got his own property and that, and he feels like women make him wait for smacks. Yeah. Some women, they will punish you for being successful. Don't get it twisted. I've had plenty of one night stands and that. But you know, I don't fucking tell them I got properties. Nah. Yeah, I told them that afterwards. Yeah. Told you. There was a chick not too long ago. Yeah. This girl thought I was a fucking delivery man. I never corrected her because I know better. I never corrected her until afterwards. Yeah. And guess what? I ain't heard from her since. And I know that was the best night of her life. I'm willing to put strong money on it. Yeah. I don't want to say anything dirty on this live stream, but she reached the stars. Yeah. You see, in order for men to create life with a woman, men need to reach the stars. But it doesn't matter if a woman reaches the stars. Yeah. A man and a woman could be, yeah, exercising, yeah. If the woman reaches the stars, she will never get pregnant. But if the man reaches the stars, she will get pregnant. You understand what that means? So I made her reach the stars 3 times in 15 minutes. I know no one's ever fucking done that to her. Yeah. I told the girl afterwards, yeah, I've got 6 properties, you know. That's why I'm in this area and I never heard from her since. Now, some people will say, oh, it's just a coincidence, man. She just wanted a one night stand. Nah. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced it was just a coincidence. I'm not convinced it was just a one night stand. Nah, don't think so. Don't think so. I said this guy talking about S Club 7. Yeah, S Club 7. Yeah, S Club 7. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? This Barney guy is saying, I found it way harder to get girls now that I got my shit together. What the fuck have I been saying over the last year? When you get your shit together, it gets harder to get girls. Do you know why? Because women want a man they can fix. If you've got your shit together, what is there to fix? If anything, you can fix them. I've told you that already. This is what a girl's dream, ideal relationship is. Yeah? Including her lifestyle. She has her own place, whether it's rented to the council or rented to a private landlord or it's owned, doesn't matter. She has her own 2-3 bed house. She's got a little Mercedes. She got a little fucking French bulldog. She does some stupid little business doing eyelashes and nails and hair extensions and that. And best of all, she's got a bum-ass boyfriend who doing a little bit of wheeling and dealing on the side. No, he's not a working man. Don't you dare think for 1 minute he's a working man. No, he's not a working man. He's got a little court case on the side. He's looking all right. He shouldn't go jail and that. But if not, he'll have some serious, long time doing like probation and that. That is a girl's, and obviously the guy lives in her house. That's the girl's perfect situation. The girl's perfect situation is not a guy that has his own house and has his stuff together. No. You crazy? This person called Zelly said no. This person called Zelly says no girl wants that. I guarantee you this person is a female, yeah? And even this person is not a female. There are females watching this right now. You'll be like, no girl wants some bum-ass guy that's not working, that's just doing a little bit of wheeling and dealing on the side, and he's got a little court case and shit. But the last 4 of your boyfriends fit that archetype. So the fuck you talking about? The fuck you talking about? Yeah, that's because the last 4 of your boyfriends were fucking business owners, fucking doctors and lawyers and stockbrokers, or had fucking 6 properties. Yeah. Now, your boyfriends were the other archetype. Bum ass waste man with no fucking future prospects, bro. Oh, don't. You can't tell me. I had a chick tell me the other day, you men are no good. You lot lie. You lot cheat. You lot pull the wool over women's eyes and that. This is a big woman, yeah? Had nothing good to say about men. Okay, cool, boom. The woman has 2 baby dads, yeah? She had 1 child, and then, like 7, 8 years later, she had another child, yeah? The second baby dad was in prison. The first baby dad, yeah, comes snooping around. He must have caught wind that the baby dad, the second baby dad is in jail. So now he tries to circle back. Yeah, cool. She told him, "I'm not interested. I've got a man. He's in prison, but I've got a man. I'm not interested." And he went about his business. Cool, no problem. Guess what? I asked her, "You know your first baby dad, yeah? Like, how long was you dating him before you got pregnant?" "About 6 weeks." Okay, it is what it is. That's not the bad part of this. Do you know what the bad part of this is? Like I said, the woman said that men lie, cheat, pull the wool over women's eyes. They're one way when you meet them when you first meet them, and then they turn to someone else. I said to the chick, your first baby dad, you got pregnant by him after 6 weeks, yeah? She said, yeah. I said, what did he do for a job? I don't know. How the fuck do you not know what a man does for a job, but you lie down with him? She was better off being in a situation where the guy lied about his job. Oh, yeah, I'm a doctor, but the guy really works at fucking Subway or something like that. She was better off being lied to and knowing, yeah, or believing that she knows what he does rather than not knowing. Who the fuck lies down with a man as a woman and don't know what the guy done for a job? But then you have the cheek to complain about how bad men are and how men pull the wool over your eyes. But you just told me that you got pregnant by a man and you didn't even know what he done for a job. Did you even know his name? Yeah, this is how crazy it is, blood. Audacity to moan about how washed up and how men are waste, man, and they are. A lot of men are waste, man. A lot of men are washed up, and I agree. But then you get pregnant by someone and you don't know what they done for a job. Well, you can't make this up, man. I wish I was making this up. Pregnant by a man you didn't know what he done for a job. And then you wonder why you was a single mom for X amount of time. How the hell, yeah, can you expect to have a man in your child's life who's going to be full-time when you don't even know whether he was in full-time employment or not? A man saying no way. I wish it was no way. I wish. It's just an excuse for poor mate selection. That's where it is. These men this, these men that. Well, stop sleeping with them then. I tell you, do you know what women should do? Women always complain about how shit men are and that, yeah? Cool. But these women are going for a certain type of man, whatever it is. And I know they're not going for these men. So you know what my advice to women is? Do this. From now on, only date men who are lawyers and doctors and stockbrokers. And see how you get on. See how you get on. Because I know the guys that you're dating ain't those guys. Yeah. I know the women that are dating these guys. I know they're not dating stockbrokers, lawyers, and doctors. I know that for a fact. So I tell you what the women should do. Yeah. The men that they complain about, whatever their archetype is, stop dating that and go for lawyers, stockbrokers, bankers, yeah, physicians, yeah. Go for those guys. Go for university professors and that, and see how you get on. But you don't want them man there. So they're damned if they do, damned if they don't, man. I don't feel sorry for none of them. A chick fucking released a video the other day. I don't know this person, just scrolling, doom scrolling on TikTok. Hey, even Jay White did look a bit of doom scrolling, yeah, every now and then, you know. Doom scrolling. This girl has made a video out of pictures. She must have got mashed up and broke up by her boyfriend, yeah. First of all, the lip started off a little big, then it got bigger and bigger and bigger, yeah. Same with the eye, yeah. First of all, it was black, then it turned into a rainbow, yeah. She's making all these videos about how bad her ex or whatever and that. Man, get the fuck off my screen. Because why am I wasting my time even watching this and feeling sorry for this girl when she's going to go back with him? The fact that she's making these videos about this guy means she's still invested. Let me tell you something right now. Yeah? Anytime you go onto TikTok and you see these chicks with these TikTok accounts and that, and it's all about, no woman deserves to be treated like that. You are a queen. You are empress. You deserve the best treatment on planet Earth. All of these stupidness. Just know, whoever that guy is, she's still heavily invested, and no one is going to get a chance with that girl in a very long time. Anytime you see chicks and their whole TikTok page is just about pining and whining about bad relationships, just know she's still heavily invested with her ex, yeah, and you ain't gonna get a chance with that gal there. No chance. No chance. Django said, like Rihanna and Chris Brown, it was still going on after he was beating on her. Yeah. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. And then they will complain, oh, I couldn't leave. I couldn't leave. But there are stories where women have had men locked up and then he comes out and then they get back together. So how the fuck could you not leave? I mean, people that go to prison usually go to prison for at least 2 or 3 days. You had time to pack your stuff and get the fuck out of there. Bullshit, man. An excuse for poor mate selection, an excuse for sticking around and hanging around a damn waste, man. I don't feel sorry for them. This is why if I see a woman, like family member getting their ass beat, I ain't getting involved unless it's done in front of me. That's different. Now, forget the family member. I don't give a damn about them. You're disrespecting me. You're basically saying you can do whatever you want and I ain't gonna do nothing. Nah. But me personally, I am not going to ride out and avenge no female family member because I know they're going to go back to them. So I don't give a shit. Bro. Do you believe in man doing this and that to woman? Because I don't know. I don't want to say the H word because let me word it a different way. Do you believe in a man Bruce Lee in a woman? No. Nah. Man for control themselves. Yeah. That's what that is. When man do the Bruce Lee and that and the Jackie Chan, it's because they don't know how to control their emotions. Nine nine two one. 9,921. Come on, man. Let's go, man. Where we at now? What? Boom. 79 to go. Yeah. I don't want nobody commenting unless they're following. You know, I might start blocking people, anyone that comments that ain't following. Yeah, I might do that. K boss, you was about to go, you're lucky. I'm checking. I'm clicking on you those profiles, you know. I'm coming for you. Right, what's this person keeps leaving the same fucking comment? Would they have more jobs if you asked today? What? Man, get what you're saying. Man said, right. This what? Paper route or something like that? Let me see. Oh, you're lucky. You was about to get banned. Right, this user person, let's see. Oh, you're lucky. You're following. Malachi, you're treading on thin ice. Oh, no, you're still here. I'll let you go. I'll let you go. No, trust me, yeah. You see on the other JY's account, like the regular one, yeah. I get a bunch of people all day long following. When I see it, I'm like, yo, you're following the wrong fucking account, motherfucker. Don't follow JY's TV. That account's got 10K followers, man. Go and follow the other ones, yeah. Or every day I get like 30 new followers on that account. Like, yo, you're following the wrong fucking account. You need to go over to the other side, yeah. That's the thing, yeah. Like I've got people that, you know, they follow JY's TV, but they don't follow the other ones. That I think they think like, oh, the other accounts got the same videos. No. You may see every now and then some videos overlap, but they got totally different videos. Huh? Of lately, I've been making videos about Congo and Angola. Press 1 if you've seen those videos and that. Them videos there ain't on JY's TV, the normal one. Yo, them lot are going mad in the comment section, just arguing. Oh, but yeah, but it used to be this. Now it's called this. Yeah, but we're not the same tribe. Yeah, well, we are the same tribe. These men are arguing over borders that people that look like this wall created. You got man from Congo and Angola arguing over borders that white man created. You need to deep it. Like they need to deep it. These men are arguing over. When I say white man created, if the Portuguese and the Belgians didn't go over to Africa, there would be no such thing as DRC and Angola. It will be the Kingdom of Congo or the Kingdom of Ndongo and whatever kingdoms they were called before. Even like Nigeria and that. These countries are created by white men. You men are arguing over lines in the sand that your oppressors created. You're saying that you're not the same as an Angolan person. You're not the same as that guy over there because he's on the other side of the sand, on the other side of the line in the sand, because of a line that a white man has drew in the ground. Doesn't make no sense. Even like, do you know what makes me laugh here about people that look like me? Yeah, they claim, oh, you know, people that look like this wall are so bad and so terrible. They oppressed us and that. Okay, cool. But then when that the Nigerian you does, you know, like the Nigerian prank on the aunties and uncles, whatever, and that, yeah. This is for the sacrifice. It's working, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. The first thing they shout, Jesus is Lord. Jesus will shut you down. Jesus Lord, Jesus fire. You're calling out a white man's name. I thought white people were the oppressors. Doesn't make no sense. You're just selecting when certain people are good and certain people are bad. The first thing they shout out when they're in danger, Jesus Lord, or the Holy Spirit of Jesus. I'm jolting, man. Jolting. Anyway, Django, what country are you from anyway? I always see you in the chats and that. What country are you from, Django? Right, Anthony Joshua fan page. What? Let me see if this person's getting removed. Oh no, he's a follower. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Right, this person, why so talky? Yo, you got 4 minutes. You got 3 seconds. Sorry, 4 minutes. That's a long time. You got 3 seconds to follow or you're getting kicked out. He's gone in. Okay, Django's gone in. Okay. Oh, 9,925. 75 to go. Would you not get into any other businesses other than buying properties and renting them out? I don't know what other business to get involved in, to be fair, man. Say, hungry for that 10K. Yeah, man. Listen, you got to be hungry in this world. Yeah. Waiting is the way of the woman. So, someone press 1 in the chat. Yeah, like you don't press 1 in the chat. If you've seen that video where I made a video in my back garden, and obviously I had some young boys come and do some work, and they done a good job, and they took care of all like the weeds and that. Press 1 in the chat. So yeah, I got some young boys to come and sort out the garden and that, and quite a big job. Like my tenant was saying that he's inquired, and people were saying like £1,000. Well, I got it done for £200. Now, someone in the comment section in that video, and I need to respond to it, said, "Oh, you bumped them." No, I didn't bump them. I'm smart and strategic, and I asked some young boys to come and do it because I know they're not going to charge that much. I'm paying them what they think is a good rate because he told me. I asked him how much to do this, and he told me the price. See, this is the thing. And how did I come into contact with these young boys? I don't even know how old they are. 17, yeah, 17 and 18, yeah. How did I come into contact with them? You see, there's a certain set of people in this world that I don't like. People who feel like there's only an appropriate time to do this and appropriate time to do that. Before I get into the story of how I got in contact with these young boys, let me just say something right now, yeah? There was a chick on TikTok that I was watching some video with some big gal on it, and she's filming herself, so you can only see her, but then her African boyfriend is in the background and they're arguing, yeah? So they're arguing. I just went into the comment section, and there was a chick in the comment section with no profile picture. Yeah, no profile picture, saying, "Oh, how is it? I've got my own place, and I've got my stuff together, sort of thing, but I ain't got a man. I'm single." That's what the chick was saying, and I'm way better looking than this chick. Yeah, so this chick, some random chick with no profile pictures, come underneath the comment section of a big thing that's having an argument with her African boyfriend, saying, "How the hell has this chick got a boyfriend? I've got my own place, I've got my stuff together, and I'm single and that." So I come underneath her comment saying that maybe you should put up a profile picture. Maybe a man might eat you up. So anyway, she came underneath my comment, said something. So anyway, I sent her a message on TikTok DM and that. I'm like, "Yo, you're complaining about not being able to get a man, but you're not exercising all avenues to try and get a man. If you just put up a profile picture, if you're that good looking, yeah, put up a profile picture. Maybe a guy will hit you up. You don't know." Here her response to me: "Oh, since when is TikTok a dating app?" Bro, do you think every fucking people that meet on a dating app or meet at work or meet through friends of friends or meet at a bar and a club. Yo, you can meet people out in the street. There are people that I met on Facebook. There are people that I met on fucking Instagram. There are people that I met on TikTok. There are people that I met at church. Stop waiting for the appropriate time for things to happen. This is the difference between winners and losers. Losers wait for things to come to them. And then their way of coping with things coming to them or having to wait a long time for things to come to them, oh, I don't chase, I just attract. I let things come to me. And it's not just about finding a significant other or a romantic relationship. Some people, you know, God willing, I be successful. God willing, I win the lottery. God willing, I become a rich man. Yo, you're waiting for things to come to you. Waiting is the way of the woman. Waiting is the way of the loser. So with that being said, I told you just a minute ago, my tenant inquired about getting the garden done, yeah? And he messaged me and he said it's going to cost about £1,000. Not asking me to pay, but he was just saying like, oh, do you know anyone that can do it cheaper? Because he's been quoted like £1,000. That's a lot of money, isn't it? Anyway, guess what? One day I was driving around in my car. You see me, I don't wait for things to come to me. I am an aggressive person. Forget about fighting and that. I make moves. Like I explained to you the other day, I was on the train, yeah, and I saw a nice girl. And after pepping myself, I went and approached her in front of everybody. 99.9% of you people, male and female watching this right now, if you saw someone that you was attracted to and you couldn't stop looking at them, you would never go over and make a move. You would never go over and make a move. You could see 99 hot girls on a packed train. You would never go over and make a move. Me, I'm an aggressive person. I go to things. I instigate. I set pace. I don't wait for an appropriate time to do stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I'm driving my car back to the youths now. I'm driving my car. I see some young youths trimming the hedge of a bush. I just pulled up. Just like I would do with I see a nice girl. I will put my car on the curb, get out of my car and talk to them. I see some boys doing a job that I needed doing. So I pulled up and I said to them, yo, I see you lot doing the gardening stuff. Have you got a phone number? They used like, yeah. My number's 079, whatever. Now, this youth has done 2 jobs for me. He done my back garden in this house, property number 6. He done the back garden and the front garden, him and his brethren for £50. Then the property next door, which is property number 1, he done the whole thing, him and 2 other boys, £200. Someone else quoted £1,000 to do the job. Do you know why I got it done for so cheap? Because I don't wait for things to come to me. I saw some young youths doing some gardening work and I approached them and exchanged business contact with them. I don't wait. I don't wait. Stop waiting for things to come to you. Stop waiting. Waiting is the weight of the woman. Waiting is the weight of a loser. Losers wait for things to come to them. Obviously, there's certain times where we're like, yo, sometimes it's best to wait. Sometimes it's best to, you know, try and make yourself attractive so people come to you and that. You got to go ahead and just make a move. You know, there's an argument online. Should you approach girls? Or should you wait for Tuesday signals and that? And you know what? Obviously, as you don't know, I approach gal and that. And like some of the man them have said, yo, the most masculine thing you can do is see an attractive girl and go over there and make a move. Yeah, because no woman would do that. Most men wouldn't do that. That takes balls. As per when I was on the train, the girl was like, that takes balls, you know. She said it twice. The first time I kind of heard it, didn't really hear it. The second time I said to her, like, what? You think that takes balls? She was like, yeah, that takes balls to come over to someone you don't know on a packed train and try to ask them for their number in front of everybody. Yeah, takes balls. Yeah, I didn't fucking go nowhere, but yo, yeah, takes balls, man. Do that enough times, it will work. You ain't gonna stand on the basketball court and throw and, you know, land shots every time. You're gonna miss sometimes. But I'm telling you, you miss 100% of shots you never take. 110%. A man will see a girl every single day at the platform on the train. And he will tell himself, she's probably got a girlfriend, she's probably got a boyfriend, she might be on a break from her ex, I might not be her type, I might be too short, it's the morning, she might not be a morning person, every excuse to go out and approach the fucking girl. Then man will wonder why they're single. Yeah. Certain man will say, well, I've never been rejected by a woman. You've never approached a woman in your life. Certain man, in the last year, in this whole year, what we are, October, in this whole year, they've approached 4 girls. But I'll approach 4 girls in a day. Yeah? In a day. Now, that's not every day, obviously. Right. 73 to go. Jay Watch, do you think man them should be celibate until they're rich? No. Listen, you don't have to be fucking celibate. You don't have to be like, you know, I'm not talking to girls until I become a millionaire. No. But what I'm saying is like, yo, like, you know, you should still date girls and, you know, get the money and get the girls at the same time, man. Because if you say, right, I'm not gonna talk to a girl until I'm a millionaire, and let's say you even become a millionaire at 35 or 40 years old. So what, you spent the last 15 years not interacting with no girls? Well, your game's gonna be shit, isn't it? This phone is fucked. This phone keeps turning itself on and off. Why is it saying, keep saying, someone said, are you Angolan? Nah, nah, I'm not Angolan, man. Nah, man, I'm Jamaican, man. It's just obviously I've spoken about Angola and Congo and that, you know, in these videos and that. So yeah, people might try to confuse me. Nah, man, I ain't Angolan, fam. But yeah, in one of the videos, the title of the video is, does Angola owe Congo refuge? So basically, there was a civil war in Angola years and years ago, and a lot of Angolan people fled to Congo. Yeah, Congo and Angola touch borders. Yeah, it's like walking from Tottenham to Edinburgh. Yeah, so a lot of them fled and they went to nearby Congo. They went to nearby Congo because the Congolese people are very similar to Angolans, but the Angolan and Congolese people, some of them don't want to accept that. Some of the Congolese and Angolan people are like, yeah, we're very similar. Others are like, no, we're not the same. No, we're not the same. In the comment section, just from what I see it more as the Angolan people, they don't want to accept that the Congolese people are very similar to them. The Congolese people, just from what I've sort of observed, the Congolese people are saying that, yeah, man, like, you know, we're similar in that. The Angolans are like, no, we're not. That's just kind of what I see. Kind of what I see. You know, I'm only going by one person, yeah. But in my barbershop, my barber's Jamaican, but there's another barber in there, and he was saying something. I said to him, oh, I thought you was Angolan. He said, no, I'm Congolese, but Congo, Angola were the same. This is coming from a Congolese man who's actually from Congo, yeah? So obviously it's just one person. What I'm saying is, from what I've observed from that one person and the comment section, the Congolese people, like, they don't mind accepting Angolan people as being similar. But the Angolan people, they're not accepting that the Congolese people are similar. Weird. So anyway, there was a civil war in Angola. A lot of Angolan people fled to Congo. Cool. That was years ago. Boom. Long time ago. So obviously now there's madness going on in Congo. Now, there was a video with a woman talking about what the men from Rwanda been doing every day to them. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say, but they blurred the woman's face. Press 1 in the chat if you've seen the video where the Congolese woman is talking about what the men have been doing to them every day. So I made a video saying, you know, don't you think that like Angola or Congo refuge, like they should take in some of the people that don't want to be in Congo? Certain people might not want to leave, might not want to just leave their city in Congo. They might just want to leave Congo in general and just flee to Angola, but for whatever reason they can't. Yeah. So I think that, you know, maybe Angola or Congo a little bit, because they took in refugees years and years ago. So now there's refugees pending in Congo, they should be accepted in Angola. That's just what I'm thinking. Coming off in 10 minutes. Got 73 to go. Not until the live stream ends. I'm coming off in 10 minutes. I'm not waiting until 10K. Fuck that. 10K. It's Monday today. 10K by Thursday evening. Should have 10K by Thursday evening. And the money gonna roll in. Right. So this service is home by Jay Wise. I don't know if you remember, but you was talking about a story about your cousin that kept avoiding to meet you in Edmonton. Why do you think he kept dodging you, as you seem like a real friend to me? Your cousin was avoiding meeting you in Edmonton. My cousin was avoiding meeting me in Edmonton. Was the cousin a male or a female? Probably a male, yeah? It's a you, yeah? Oh! I remember. Yes. I remember. Right. Let me reread it now. I don't know if you remember. I ain't got a fucking clue. Some people, maybe they just don't, I don't know what the reason is, but I know he didn't want to meet up. Yeah. So yeah. So I remember that. So basically, you know, cousin that man, you know, spent a long time, like, you know, was close with before back in the day. Obviously, you know, naturally you grow apart from people and it's natural and that. You know what I'm saying? But I remember one time I was going taekwondo in Tottenham, got on the train at Edmonton Green to get off at Seven Sisters to go to Tottenham Green Leisure Centre, yeah? Boom, man jumped on the train. As I got on the carriage, man just looked right. I see my cousin, like, yo, what you doing here? He's like, I'm going central London to link up my brethren and that. I'm like, okay. He's like, yeah, but man's actually staying in Enfield at the moment, yeah? I'm like, oh, he's staying in Enfield, yeah? No, he was staying at the Travel Lodge near my house, yeah? So near my house in Edmonton, there's a Travel Lodge, yeah? So I bucked him on the train. He was coming from wherever in Enfield Lock, I don't know. Was it Turkey Street or something? He was coming from Turkey Street. He said, yeah, I'm coming from Turkey Street. I'm going to central London to go and link my brethrens, but I'm actually staying at the Travel Lodge in Edmonton. He knows that my house is near the Travel Lodge in Edmonton, yeah? So anyway, so I'm like, oh, yeah, the Travel Lodge in Edmonton, yeah? I was like, obviously, boom. I'm going to taekwondo now, but maybe later, if you come back and that, hit me up, I'll come link you, or I'll link you the next day, whatever. Cool. No response. No message. Nothing. I think maybe potentially I even messaged him or phoned him. Nothing. That means that man don't want to hang around with you. I ain't done nothing to this person. I don't want to hang around with you. A man was staying on your doorstep. That's like the equivalent, yeah, of one of your family members staying 5 minutes away from your house in a hotel. And they don't. First of all, the person didn't even inform me, like, yo, I'm about. What are you saying? And then, okay, let's say they forgot. I actually bumped into you. Still didn't want to link up. Still didn't want to link up. Yeah, I forgot about that. Still thinking, what's he talking about? Bro? J-Wise, what do you do? What to do if you get put on PIP? I don't know what the fuck PIP is, man. Personal independence payment, something like that. Is that's benefits, isn't it? Don't come to me and ask you about benefits. I don't know about no damn benefits, really, boy. So what is PIP then? Mrs. Harmony. Do you know what makes you laugh about women? They think they know so much, man. Ah, it makes you so laugh. It makes you so laugh. It makes you laugh so much. Oh, performance improvement plan. Does it mean you're underperforming, yeah? All right. To that Harmony person, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back, Harmony. So what, they think you're underperforming, yeah? Well, start performing. Oh, if you get put on PIP, hand in your notice and cut. That's basically fleeing the war. Fleeing the war before the ops come over. How do you feel about them wanting to get rid of the UK settlement scheme? What's that? We got Angola. We got an Angola person in the chat. He said, "How do you feel about them wanting to get rid of the UK settlement scheme? What's that? What's that like? People coming over from another country or something like that?" That's what I wanted to talk about. I forgot. So yeah, hopefully someone went over to JWise TV on TikTok, the regular account, and put something about digital IDs in a comment of a video so I can respond to it. What's my thoughts on this digital ID thing? Obviously, I ain't made no videos about this because I just don't see the problem with digital IDs. The problem is everyone wants to make a mountain out of a molehill. Everyone wants to make something out of nothing. They're telling you to walk around with a digital ID on your mobile phone. What the fuck is the problem? Big deal. The only thing I thought that how this may be a problem, having a digital ID, is if the battery on your phone is dead and you get stopped by the police or whatever, or you don't have your phone on you and you get stopped by the police for whatever. Other than that, what's the problem with having a digital ID on your phone? A lot of people in their purse or their wallet, they have their fucking driver's license on them. So what's the difference? You're just making a mountain out of a molehill. Just want to moan about every little thing. Like it really affects your life. Maybe I'm not reading into it enough. Maybe I don't know about it enough. But to me, it's an app or it's a picture that you have on your phone, and that's it. I mean, I already implemented this digital ID thing a very long time ago because I've got pictures of my driving license and my passport on my phone, so that if I ever needed to produce ID, it's in my email. It's not even in my phone in the gallery. It's in my email because I can always find it on my email. Even if I lose my phone, as long as I got my email app, I can go into my email and recover the picture. So I've been on this digital ID thing from a long time ago, yeah, because I want to be able to produce ID if I'm in a situation where I need to produce ID. I'm not even talking about the police. Oh, the police know me already. Trust me. I just give them my name. Oh, they know me. Trust me. I remember one time, yeah. Was it the last time the police came for me? I don't know. Yeah, probably. when I had some little situation on my road with some of the neighbors, some woman tried like take a step close to me. I had to push her, get the fuck out of my face, bro. You step in. You don't step into the ring with me. You mad? Anyway, the police came. About 8 people came out to try and give reports about me. Oh, he done this, he done that. Oh, he done this to our car. All false, all made up. Anyway, so the police said, you know, happy to have pulled up outside my house because it's a dead end road. And my road, my house is pretty much, you know, at the end of the road. So the police were outside my house. After the team got squashed, then they said, right, we're not going to arrest you. Just, you know, keep yourself to yourself kind of thing. Cool. I'm there on the phone to Nadia, yeah? And like filming that, yo, this thing had been squashed 30 minutes ago. The police are still outside. And I'm like, Nadia, I can see them on the screen looking at something. Nadia said they're probably reading all of your criminal record history. I'm like, yeah, you know what? They probably are, you know. Because once they search your name, yeah, like they can see your history and that. I said, you talk fibs like no one else. If it's nonsense, why are you listening? Yeah, if you think it's lies, why are you listening? So anyway, so this person say they can control you how many times you fly out. Says who? How true is that? Well, you man are just conspiracy theories. Do you know what? Yeah, believing in conspiracy theories, I think that's a mental illness, you know. Someone said, what's fibs? Fibs is telling lies. It's an English slang word, fibs. I'm telling fibs. You're telling fibs. You're telling lies. Fibs means lies. That's old school. That's like when I say my mom's generation, my mom not white, but like my mom's generation, in terms of like white people, they will say fibs or they will say porkies, telling lies. So, but yeah, they can't. How are they going to control how many times you fly out? That's bullshit, man. The only time they're going to control how you flying out is if you're on Interpol. Yeah, the international police are onto you. Yeah, you know, there's so many man. Yeah, they do an M in this country, and the first thing they do is they go to the airport, and the police like they're just waiting for you to come back. Because certain man, there's so many stories of man in the ends doing not my ends, but just London, yeah, doing a madness, blam blam blam, and then they bus out to another country. They go to Spain or Portugal or Cyprus, and then they come back after 2.5 months. Do you know why? Because they ran out of money. See, if you was an electrician, you could have got a job over there. Yeah. If you just listened to Jay Wise, you could have blammed and then you could have blammed. Yeah. You could have got a job out there as an electrician. But because you was trapping, it would have taken a long time to build up a line. Yeah. Right, this is a good one. Yo, Jay Wise, what part of North London can compete with Brixton in badness? We would have to go to the Hackney part of North London. That's the only part of North London that can even try to test Brixton. So Stamford Hill, maybe like Stoke Newton and that. That's it. That's it. Tottenham, no. Edmonton, no. Nah. Wood Green, no. Like us Northmen are bad, but yo, there's different levels of badness. Like I say to the tenants and that, like you know, my area and neighboring area, Tottenham are rough areas and that, but there's levels. There's levels. We were like leopards, yeah. Like Hackney is up there, yeah. Like we were like leopards and jaguars. Hackney man are like tigers and lions. You understand? Yeah. There's levels to this shit. A cheetah can beat a lynx cat, but a cheetah will lose to a jaguar. A jaguar will also lose to a lion, and a lion will lose to a tiger. There's levels to this shit. Trust me, fam. I even saw a video where I think a lion killed a cheetah. Mad. How the fuck he even caught it? Someone said, wait, isn't Hackney East London? So Hackney is a borough, and some of Hackney is North London. So you've got Manor House, you've got Stoke Newton, you've got Stamford Hill, and you've got Hoxton. You've got Dubulva Estate. Dubulva is basically like next to Hoxton. Dubulva is in N1. It's right next to Hoxton. But yeah, most of Hackney's East London. E5, E8, E9. E5, that's Clapton, Springfields. E8, Hackney Central, London Fields, Holly Street, you know, Mare Street, around them sort of way there. E9, Frampton Estate, Wells Street, Homerton, is it Vicky Park, Victoria Park, you know, Kingsmead, Kingshold, Balance Road, even E5, I forgot, Pembury Estate. So, but to be fair, Hackney is a small borough, man. Compared to Enfield, Enfield is a massive borough. But Hackney seems like a big borough because there's a lot that goes on. It's very dense. Every block, yeah, has a gang, or you know what I mean? Like, you should be driving past bare council estates. Manor House is one of the biggest ones, though. Manor House is massive, blood. Why don't you move on to commercial testing? I mean, I've done commercial testing, but I'm not bothered about doing commercial testing or industrial. I'm bothered about the money. I'm bothered about the money. Yeah. I heard about Custom House. I first heard about Custom House when I was in jail. So my cellmate, John, he was the same age as me because we were 18 and we was in Feltham, so we were the youngest. He's from Woolwich, but Woolwich is like not that far from like E16, which is Custom House. And yeah, like he was like, oh, don't you know about Custom House? I'm like, no, where's that? He's like, it's near Canning Town in E16. I'm like, oh, never heard of Custom House or Canning Town ever in my life. So when he was like, yeah, like, he told me a mad story. Yeah. He said that basically there was a trap house in Custom House. Some youths ran up in this trap house in Custom House. The youth that was running the trap house, he had a dots. Yeah, the youths ran through the yard after they kicked the door off. Bam, bam. Yeah, slapped them over. My cellmate John had nothing to do with it. Yeah, but my cellmate John said, "Yo, these youths ran up in the yard. The youth that was running the trap house slapped them over, and he beat the case. Well, he said, oh, he bust case. He didn't bust case. He said, he only got done for manslaughter. He only got 10 years. He's laughing. Laughing? I ain't laughing after fucking 10 years. You crazy, blood. He only got 10 years. He's laughing. Are you mad? You must be crazy about laughing. Fuck it, I'll be regretting. But certain man, like, they just don't care about doing jail time. Like them American man, yo, them man, they will be facing 30 to 50 years, no snitching. Them man in America, yeah, will ride 20 years for their friend. I'm going to ride for my homies, cuz I'll ride 25 for you, man. Are you crazy? These are the same man that when you're in jail, they will try and beat your gal. You must be out of your fucking mind, blood. I'll ride for my boys, you know. I've heard stories, yeah, like I think it was even in the UK. These guys, yeah, they went out on a ride out, yeah, and they took a guy's bike, his bicycle. They went on a ride out. I think someone, yeah, they found the bike, and obviously the bike was linked to someone that wasn't there, but the police know that the someone that wasn't there who owns the bike is a part of this gang. Yeah. Now, for some reason, this person didn't have an alibi for whatever reason. You know, this guy ended up doing like 5 years in jail, and the brethren didn't want to admit to it. Didn't want to admit to it. There was even a story, yeah. Big up Ghost. Press 1 in the chat if you know about Ghost. Yeah, he done all them interviews and that. He's from Canning Town near Custom House, funny enough. He said that there was a story, yeah. He met this guy in jail. This guy's doing 42 years, yeah. Or no, like 30 or something. There was another story where guy's doing 42. Guy's doing like 30 years or something. Do you know why? Because this guy had a BMW car and his brethren wanted to borrow the car. And he kept on telling his friend, no, you can't borrow the car. So this brethren's with him the whole day asking, can I borrow the car? Can I borrow the car? He's telling him, no. Eventually, he gave in. Let his brethren borrow the car. Because basically, the brethren is saying like, yo, listen, I need to borrow this car because if I borrow the car and I go and link this girl, she's definitely going to smash. So let me borrow the car to try and impress her, and then I'll bring you back the car, yeah? So boom. The brethren with the car, which is a BMW, the BMW guy gives him the car, yeah, and says, all right, return the keys in a few hours, yeah? Do you know what the guy done? He didn't go link a girl, or maybe he did link a girl. Do you know what he did? He went and done a shooting. He went to the high street, saw a couple pagans and that. Rah, yeah? A man done a shooting, spun the car around, went back to the brethren's yard, gave him the keys, never said anything. The youth who owns the car, which is a BMW, is a trapper. The youth was doing his thing. Police T-packed him, straps out and that. It's thinking, raw, what, just for a bit of food? Comes to find out, yo, we're arresting you on suspicion of a blamming. He's like, nah, this, don't know what you're talking about. They showed him images, maybe video footage of the car on the road where the shooting took place with a hand emerging from the window. They're like, is this your car? He's like, yeah, it's my car, but it's not me. They're like, yeah, but your phone was in the car. Apparently he left his trap phone in the car. So now I remember, like, if I leave my phone in my friend's car, it looks like I'm with my friend, but I'm not. I'm at home. Or if I leave my phone here and I go out, it kind of looks like I'm here because my phone is on, yeah? So anyway, he's in jail now. He's trying to get in contact with the friend that done the shooting. He can't get a hold of this friend. His friend will just put down the phone, delete his number, and laugh down the phone. He will try and get people to contact the friend and that. The guy's not admitting it. Mad. Can't trust no one, fam. My little bro did something similar to me, except it wasn't a shooting, it was taking a chase. Someone said you got to snitch. You damn right I'm snitching. I don't give a fuck about no street reputation. The only people that care about street reputation really and truly is broke people. Why the fuck do you think I'm gonna give a damn about the opinion of broke people? Anyway, my voice is croaking and crackling and that. It's time to come off. I'm coming off in 2 minutes. Got paperwork to finish off. Not much anyway. Didn't do many jobs today. Leave your last comments. Right. So this is the paperwork. Obviously, it's on a tablet, but yeah. Obviously. These are the electrical certificates that I do. So, yeah. Right, coming off in 10 seconds. I saw one video, yeah, of a guy getting a pump action shotgun on Facebook. Unreal. He had his webcam on and he's on Facebook apparently. And he phoned somebody, yeah. He's chatting on the phone. He's like, yeah, all right, then cool. Right, it's done. Over. I don't think it's a woman, but he's like, yeah, all right, then it's over. Then it's finished. Cool, whatever. Put the phone down, picked up the thing, boom. You just hearing pissing sound coming out. Mad. Mad. But it probably was over a woman. I think the reason why a lot of men send themselves on a first-class ticket to the pearly gates of heaven is because a woman has departed from their life. Because let me tell you something right now, I don't give a damn how bad your life is. If you've got 3 10s knocking out your door, one from Albania, one from Lithuania, one from Latvia, you ain't doing nothing to yourself. Trust me. Yeah. Big up Tom Moore. Anyway, I'm done now. See you next time. Right, YouTube man, them. I'm gone. What was this? They thought of their girl getting out. Hold on. They like the thought of their girl getting. That's mad. Alright, stay away. It's done now.